All right, we're here with Megan Patrick, and I want to talk about a couple things. First off, the song "Blood from a Stone."
We're just going right into
Oh,
it. Okay,
yes.
all right.
Uh, how hard was that to write, being such a like a raw song?
um, it actually, well, it was easy to write in that it was just me finally saying a lot of things that I didn't really have the courage to say out loud for a long time. And and when I wrote that song, it was not only the first time I was writing about it, but really the first time I was really talking about my true feelings about what it was like for me. And it was very cathartic. So when I think of the experience of writing it, that's what I think, the emotion I think of the most, is that it felt like such a release to me. And honestly, at the time when I wrote it, it was just so heavy on my heart. It was like there was no other song I could write that day. We actually tried to write a few other songs that day. And my co-writers, Karen Kozowski and Emily, it was funny because we had tried to write a couple of different ideas and it just wasn't happening. And I had told them what was going on when I came in, and I was like, well, I do have this idea and I have some lyrics, but it's really heavy. And they're like, well, let's hear it. And I read out a bunch of the lyrics, and Emily kind of goes, and you wanted us to write a truck song? She goes, fuck the truck song. Like, we're writing that. And at the time, I wrote it kind of just for myself, and I didn't even have intentions of releasing it necessarily. But when I played it for my team, everybody was just like, this is amazing. This is so powerful. And the more I thought about it, I see, God gave me this gift of songwriting and of this voice. And, the further I get in my career, the more I'm realizing it's not just to have a career, it's because I have a platform, and I have an impact on the people that listen to my music. And, I think that part of my gift is to help others heal and to say the hard truths out loud that a lot of other people don't want to talk about. And it is a tough thing to talk about. There's a lot of stigma around it. And especially for people that don't have troubled relationships with their parents, there's this sort of idea of like, well, it's your mom, or well, it's your dad. But the reality is that sometimes your parent or your mom or your dad is your biggest abuser, is the person that's hurt and damaged you the most. And them being your parent, it doesn't relieve them of the damage that they've caused. And for me, I didn't decide to release it out of spite, or to hurt her or anything. It's really not about her. It's about me, and it's about my experience and my story and how it shaped me into the person I am now, golden child. And also for anyone else out there that has felt like ashamed of their own feelings and their own experience, I wanted to give them permission to feel that they too could speak openly about their experience and know that they're not alone.
Yeah, that's the one thing about Golden Child that I feel the whole album is so good and it's so raw that you can tell it's just written from the heart.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you're not holding anything back. You're not worried about what other people say.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, that's you.
Yeah.
And you have a new single coming out. It's on radio, first radio single.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Called Stoned Alone.
Yeah.
Speaking of Stoned Alone, I got my Willie Nelson shirt on.
I love it.
And now, how did that one come about? Because that is with
Caitlin Smith.
Yeah.
Well, I think everybody on my team felt like that song is just such a hit. It's such a feel-good song. It felt like a great song for summer, and also to take to Canadian radio because, well, it's federally legal here. So I was like, nobody can be mad about it. It's as legal as alcohol. It's the same thing now, and it has been for almost 10 years now, I think.
That's crazy.
Hasn't it? Because I think it was legalized here before I moved to Nashville.
I think so.
Anyway, it's been long enough. But here's the thing, yes, obviously the song is called Stone Alone, but it's really more, it's just really kind of aligned with the general theme and concept of the album as a whole, which is, the idea of protecting your peace and, setting the boundaries that you need to set with the people that make you feel bad about yourself, or that make you feel like you can't be yourself. And for me, the stone part was just it's like an escape when you're in a situation or in a relationship with somebody that's like bringing you down. It's like, you know what, I would rather be on my own. I'd rather be doing my own thing, listening to some music, getting stoned, whatever it is. And even if you don't partake in Mary Jane, the song still applies. You can still jam out to it. So
exactly. Now we're gonna pivot a little bit.
Okay.
It's festival season. You were recently on a festival, and you went on stage with Lainey Wilson, and you sang "What's Going On," right?
Yeah, the song's called "What's Up."
Yeah, or "What's Up."
Everybody calls it "What's Going On" though, because that's what's in the lyrics. Yeah.
How was that?
It was awesome. Lainey was literally the day that I moved to Nashville. I met. She was one of my very first friends. Our friend Casey Tyndall. They were roommates at the time, and they were literally the first girls I met my first night in town. And it was such a God thing where he just kind of was like, "Here you go. Like, here's gonna be two of your best friends for life." Like, I mean, they're my family in Nashville, and it's been such an amazing ride. Just getting to come up together. When I met Lainey, she didn't even have her record deal yet, and I hadn't signed my US record deal yet. I had built some success here in Canada, but I was moving down there, kind of starting all over again. And we've been there for each other through all of that, and writing songs together, going to each other's shows. And I remember about maybe a year, just less than a year before she really blew up and had her first like big hit, we were on a writer's retreat, and we were sitting in her truck, and we were playing each other's songs. And she kind of, I think she had maybe just signed her record deal, or she was getting ready to, and she was like, "I don't know, like I feel like I've been working at this for so long, and I just like, when is it gonna happen? What if it doesn't happen for me? What if it doesn't happen?" And she was like genuinely stressed about it. And I said to her, I said, "Lainey, I would bet every dollar in my bank account," which I know isn't a lot of dollars, but I would bet all of them that you are going to make it. And so just getting to watch her blow up, and somebody just so deserving and so hardworking and so genuine. And it's awesome that she, always makes an effort to share her spotlight with the people she loves. We've done that a couple times now where we've been on the same festival. I mean, she came and stood side stage and watched my set at that same festival. So it's just it was really fun.
Now there's also a Instagram, TikTok video going around where Lainey's in the background, where you're singing Cher and Britney Spears and Celine Dion. Now, could we get a little just Britney Spears? I know you. I don't want to hurt your vocals and stuff like that. But could we get just a little Britney Spears?
You mean just like a little?
Oh baby, baby, how was I supposed to know something wasn't right? Yeah.
You mean like that?
Like that, yeah. Now, did Lainey do her Hannah Montana impersonation that night as well?
You know what? She didn't. It was like, well, it was funny because I don't know. I can do some good impressions. It's kind of like my party tricks or whatever. And I don't even remember how it started. We were having some drinks at her place, and I just did it randomly. And she looks at me. She goes, "You're lying. What was that? Do that again." And she thought it was the funniest thing ever. She's like, "No, I'm taking a video. You need to put this on the internet." So yeah, she was trying to make me a viral moment there for sure.
Well, it sure blew up. That's for sure.
It did, yeah.
Now, what's the next festival or tour you have?
We're gonna be spending quite a lot of time back here in Canada over the next couple weeks. We're going home tomorrow for a couple days, and then we come back out for a long run. We're gonna be out in BC for a couple shows. We're gonna be playing Stampede in Calgary, and then we head to the other side of the country to do Cavendish and PEI, which I'm super excited about. I love the East Coast. My dad was born on the East Coast, and it's just like it's one of my favorite places in Canada. So